colors in your tattoo are black and red, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So what we're going to do for the first time around is we're going to do the whole tattoo, and we'll see what it looks like in 4 to 6 weeks. The process for removing a tattoo happens on a number of levels. The first thing that really comes out when you're removing a tattoo are the darker inks, the blacks, the dark blues, and they come out on a certain wavelength. After that, after we've done our first session, then we may come back and go to a different type of wavelength to get out the colors, the reds, the yellows, and the greens. Typically the greens are the most difficult color to get out. You'll hear a little beeping and then it'll let you get ready, okay? You'll get a little warning. Ready? Here we go. And we're going to do a little bit and then have a look. Probably most of your black is going to come out today, okay? And then we'll do the reds next session. Some of it may come out, but to me that looked pretty good. So we did very well here. Well, today was a big tattoo. It's the entire calf. Today was Freddy Krueger's hands on a calf. And so there were two main colors, black and red here. The tattoo was done about 5 years ago. Removal on this tattoo. So this tattoo is a gigantic hand and a wrist. So this totals 14 or 15 inches of tattooing at about 4 to 6 inches wide. Took about an hour and a half to do. So today we worked on getting out all the black, the first level of the blacks, and some of the reds. She'll come back in 4 weeks and then we'll make a decision at that point as to how much black is actually left, what kind of touch-ups we need to do, and then we'll concentrate on the reds. Well, I think these days with the new laser that we have, getting a tattoo removed is a whole lot easier than getting the tattoo done. I think 5 years ago, getting a tattoo removed was a pretty scary and painful experience. But you can see we took off a very large tattoo today at different depths, and my client really didn't have a pain level experience of more than 3 out of 10. And I think she actually slept through parts of it. So as long as we're careful, as long as I'm operating the laser in a good way, going at the right depths, you're not really going to experience anything tremendous. Before somebody decides to get their tattoo removed, they can think of a couple of things. The first thing they can think about is whether they want the entire tattoo removed because they don't like the tattoo or its location, or they can just think about if they're thinking about changing the tattoo or they don't like the tattoo as much and they'd like to alter it, they can save some money with the tattoo artist that they're seeing by just getting the tattoo lightened. So that's one decision that they need to make. The other decision that you really need to make is to come in for a consultation so we can sit down and talk about what your goals are for this, and so that I can make some decisions on the quickest route for removing. For aftercare for tattoo removal is fairly simple. Your job is to keep the tattoo area clean and dry. We recommend that you put polysporin on it twice a day for the first 3 to 5 days, just to make sure that we're safe and you're not going to get sore. But then we want the area to dry out and we want the scab that forms to fall off. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, we get a complete removal. There are some inks that were made in the 90s, especially the greens, that have a high level of metal, and these can take a little bit of work. But we've got experience with getting tattoos 100% removed without any scarring. A spider vein is an expanded capillary that's aesthetically just not pleasing. It comes to the surface, so we can laser a spider vein out in seconds. Sometimes people will get a grouping of spider veins, an inch in diameter. They're often circular. We can get rid of the whole grouping in about 15 or 20 minutes very cheaply. It's mostly painless. Most people with spider vein removal don't even feel it. It's the same with hypopigmentation. We've got dark skin spots. I can get rid of those very quickly and with virtually no pain on any of those. Yeah, we've got some general spreading of some spider veins. With the spider veins that we did, I think we had a pain level about 1 out of 10, if anything. I'm not even sure she felt some of it. So having had hypopigmentation spot done myself, because when I was a lot younger I spent a tremendous amount of time on the sun, I didn't feel any of it myself. So your pain levels for this kind of service are low. So you're going to get a little notice from sound, and we'll do one little spot. You'll tell me how it feels, okay? How do you feel anything?
No.
So these spider veins I'm working are just vanishing. Spider veins are gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. They don't grow back. We've just dissipated the spider vein. As people grow older, they may form more and more and more, so they can come in, but I'm not going to see a recurrence of a spider vein, I don't think, in the same place. Certainly a tattoo is not going to grow back, and hypopigmentation is the same as a spider vein. Once it's gone, it's gone. The last procedure I did was, some people call it a black doll mask, but it's really a carbon photo facial. And so in this process what we're doing is we take a very high grade carbon mask. We paint it on, we leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes for it to dry and soak in. And then I have a special lens for the laser that is only for doing these kinds of facials. So it's a very, very safe way to get a facial without risking any kind of damage. I'm going to run a mild astringent just to pull off any oils and any extra makeup that she may have left on. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to tape up, and we're going to cover off her eyebrows, and we're going to cover off her eyes with some goggles. Then we're going to paint this carbon facial on all the way around, right along her hairline, and we're going to leave it on for about 5 minutes to dry, and then we're going to do a very, very fast lasering job with a special end on the laser that's built for carbon. So what the carbon's hopefully going to do is smooth out her skin, smooth out these couple of rough spots she's got here. We'll do her nose, and you know, if people have any broken capillaries, anything like that, generally speaking, it'll reduce it. It'll smooth out a little bit of scarring as well. So we'll just see how you feel before and after. So the carbon goes on, it sinks in, you get some minerals from the carbon, and then we laser the carbon. So what this does is it has an effect of closing up pores, shrinking spider veins, lightening hypopigmentation spots, and some people will notice mild lifting of the facial muscles. So we've had experience where we've done half of the face and found we had a lopsided face and had to do the other side when somebody's cheek muscles actually went back up. So I think you can get the sort of experience that you might get from doing an acupuncture facelift from doing this, and it tends to last, depending on your age and depending on the condition of your skin and the weather conditions you're putting your skin in, it can last 1 to 2 months. These areas on the side of the nose are very important because it's one of the first places that people actually get spider veins. This will reduce them. Some people think your skin is your largest organ, so you need to hydrate, you need to drink a lot of water. There's a rule of thumb of, take your weight, divide it in 2, subtract 20%, and that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking every day, and filtered. Your lifestyle matters. I mean, sun, wind, alcohol, types of food, these all contribute to healthy or not healthy skin. Do you think it looks smoother?
Yeah.
Especially here on your nose?
This here.
Yeah.
And because of this, you can see the little glow, so it's nice. It's very nice. Yeah.